So, how is law enforcement fighting crypto crimes? Probably not a question that you've been asking yourself much, but crimes are a problem, and well, law enforcement is fighting. This one specific instance of it, and then just kind of general crypto crimes are what I'm going to be talking about on today's episode of the BB&J podcast. I'm your host, as almost always, John Lind, and let's get into it. So the specific court case that I wanted to talk about is a recent issue involving a rap artist called Razzlekhan, real name Heather Morgan, and her husband using cryptocurrency to launder allegedly billions of dollars of stolen Bitcoin. It's kind of a crazy thing. This is a rap artist who has been talking about how she's the crocodile of Wall Street, and making a lot of videos where she kind of brags about almost, stealing Bitcoin and trying to launder it. Fortunately, law enforcement was able to catch her, prosecute her, and now there's the issue of being released on bail. Are they going to use some of the assets we were going to be able to seize in terms of crypto to escape the country, which is kind of a unique thing too, right? Principally, the issue here is the deregulation, decentralization of cryptocurrency that is, promoted as a big selling point of it, also makes it a lot harder to catch somebody or seize the assets of somebody who is using it illegally. But the question is, how did law enforcement catch them? Basically, this is a very interesting case because you don't normally think of, I think, a lot of these governmental institutions as being tech forward. What we saw with the Heather Morgan, aka Razzlekhan case, was government agents were able to look at the blockchain to see that transaction history of Heather Morgan and her husband, and using that, prove that she had stolen that cryptocurrency and it was attempting to launder it. So the transparency and the accessibility, the public ledger that everyone talks about, right, was actually used for good. It was used to prove that was stolen, and they were prosecuted, caught, all that good stuff. So that has, that is certainly not the first people caught doing cryptocurrency scams. Certainly won't be the last. But I wanted to talk about today the common forms of cryptocurrency scams, right? This is something that affects people, obviously, billions of dollars worth, So the first type is, like I mentioned, these exchanges getting hacked. It happens, their platforms, they're accessible, right? People will go in, they'll steal the basically the access codes to these crypto wallets, suck everything out, and that's it. And only so much can be done. Another common form, or kind of an interesting one, is people will create fake exchanges. So it's like, oh, you can put it, you could deposit as much money as you want on this platform. When it comes to withdrawing it, you're out of luck. So they're just taking all your money, saying that you can exchange it for whatever coin, but you can't. The third, very common, because this is just hacking. This is, I mentioned it last, but this is really the most common form of hacking that you see on any platform. It's direct exploitation and manipulation of the individual. It's, a common thing is creating a fake online personality romancing somebody and being like, oh, hey, I really need some help, medical bills, whatever. I want to see you get to your country. If you could give me, your crypto wallet, if you could give me some cryptocurrency, then I'll be able to do that. And then they just use it for personal stuff. Just be mindful, be aware, be careful about your money, where it's going, what it's doing. That's what I'd like to leave on that note. I'd like to thank you so much for listening and or watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave comments of things you like me to talk about, news topics you want to see covered more, maybe. But other than that, appreciate it, and I'll see you next week.